Hello everyone, this is Dr. Divya Madan from soulfullivingllc.com and we are on day 3 of Geeta, the timeless wisdom which we are looking forward on working on it to understand what was the lesson, what was the teaching that helped Arjun to fight his own family members. So yesterday we did talk about the dilemma of Arjun. He's standing in the battlefield, looking around. And I know that most of us why? Is it needed why this fight? Lots of people say that they detested it. They did not like it. They did not like the idea. Arjun is like a normal human being. Yes, very talented. Have lots of faith in Krishna. Nobody wanted to get into the fight. They tried to negotiate it for only 5 villages. Just give us 5 villages and we will be fine. Duryodhan did not relent it. So now it's in the battlefield. Arjun is standing right in the center and the charioteer is Krishna. Arjun looks around and then he asks Krishna, "Hey Vasudev, tell me, how can I fight my gurus, my pitama, my grandfather, with whom I have played in the childhood? He took me in his lap. I grew up with them. Of course, he might have taught him so many things as a kid, like it's a grandfather, right? How I can kill them? I'm okay with not having anything, but I would not kill them. I would be okay begging, but I do not want to kill them." He's crying. And then Krishna said, "What is this?" He started laughing, like, what are you doing? You're already in the battlefield. Why this confusion? Arjun kept crying. "Give me the reason. Give me the guidance. Give me the preaching so that I can just calm down myself and do whatever you're asking me to do. I do not feel like it." And at that time, Krishna said, first thing that you need to understand, there are 2 parts. One is Sankhyayoga, and other is karmayog. So understanding of Sankhya and understanding of Gyan probably help you to come out of this issue. So obviously Arjun asked, what is Sankhyayoga? So Sankhyayoga is another name of Jnana Yoga. So he started telling him what actually the wisdom is about. And we also have heard this multiple times, that who are you to kill somebody? Just do your job. The soul that you are carrying is Ajar Amar. Like, it cannot be destroyed. Like, there is a very famous couplet that the soul cannot get wet, soul cannot be burned, soul cannot be dried. So soul cannot change. Soul is always there. Always there. So even if and you and me are here today, we were together before, we were there, we will be there after. So my soul is always going to be in this universe. So you are not going to kill anyone. Like these people whom you are looking at right now, if you look at them as souls, Arjun was like, that does not make me feel any better. I cannot do this. I understand that the theory that yes, they are all souls. Soul can never die. Soul can never be born. It will always be there. It is just like the stages: birth, then youth, then old age, then death, then again birth, then old age. So it is like, it is a cycle which is going on. You just come into interim and execute the death for some people. Arjun's like, sounds good to me, but still, I'm not convinced. What I will be doing with the yash, the fame, what I will be doing with all of the wealth when my near and dear ones will be dead, and that too because of me. Like I would be the one who would be slaying them, or my army will be slaying them. What would be the fun in having that wisdom kingdom? Krishna goes further. That give. So the wisdom is that you need to be at the center. Do not fall into attachment. Your enemy right now is confusion. Once you have decided, all the people who are intending to do something, once they have decided, they cannot look back. Then he started to tell them that if you do this, like if you move back, what is your designation? You're a warrior, Yodha, right? And a Yodha coming out of the battlefield, you will be looked upon as somebody like who has done a very shameful deed. Look at your army. They're all here because of you. And you are talking like this. If you fight with all your focus. So he started yelling again, like, what if like my arrow will kill my uncle, my gurus and all my brothers? I do not know how to accept this fact that yes, their souls, they will be reborn again. But what about now? What do I do now? And Krishna goes on. What if my arrows like touch them? It's like when you are out in the battlefield, you do not worry about where your quiver will take you, right? So he was having this barn in his hand, right? So where those arrows, and so take the arrows from your quiver, and whosoever is trying to block you, it doesn't have name that you will kill this person, you will not kill this person, you will do this, you will not do this. No, you will just do your job, which will take you to the whatever is the outcome, but you do your job. So for all of us, the lesson here is, no matter what, once you have decided to do something, you need to act upon it. once you have decided, first do pros, cons, everything. But once the decision is made, then fulfill it with all of your might. No confusion at that time. If you decide to do something and do not finish it, no matter you win or lose, does not matter. But if you have decided to take up a task, you have to finish it. It's like, okay, so I have decided. Yes, he said, yes, you have decided. And if you don't do it, what is going to happen? You will be looked upon. People will be talking about you. If you die into the battlefield, but you were doing your job, you'll go to heaven. And if you don't, till the time you live in this life, you will always be looked down upon by people. You being a warrior is your job. Now, as people, like all of us over here, we all are doing something, right? We all have decided to do something in our lives. So, understanding that, and he said, like, give it to me. Give all your fear to me. I'm here for you. Don't worry. Go forward. Do your job. And then, once he understood, yes, the soul is there, but still not very convinced that, okay, their soul, and I'm going to kill them. It's like, what else? And then Krishna talked about karmayog. So understanding is not enough. Whatever job you're doing, you understand this is the job, this is how it has to be done, this is the steps to it. We understand that. But then implementation, action is important. So once you have understood that you are just doing your job, you are not killing anyone because they opted for it. They opted for this fight. You have not dragged them into the battlefield. So once you have the opponent, if you're playing a game, whatever you're doing, you have to be focused. So focus was something that was definitely needed. No distractions. So it's like, okay, what is causing me the distractions? What exactly? I do not understand. Parth is asking, Vasudev, please explain it further. I'm still very confused. I still do not understand that why I should be killing the people who are my relatives, my close, dear, and near ones. Krishna again said, Kam, Krodh, Rag, Dvesh. So what he's saying, that the attachment here, the attachment is the cause of the pain and the conflict you have. So we all are attached to some or the other thing. We have a perception that how people should be behaving with us. We have a perception that how everyone should be around us. We have a perception that we judge people with our own perception. People who wake up early are good people. People who wake up late are bad people. These people are good. These people are bad. This is that. This is that. Like we have all those formulas in our mind. He said, whenever you have a desire, I don't want to do this, or if I want to, so the attachment here will always bring you destruction, confusion. Shall I do it? Shall I not do it? Shall I do it? Not do it? And when your desire is not fulfilled, there are very good chances that you will get angry or you will get resentful. So now there is rag, dvesh, or in other words, we have kam, krodh, mad, lobh, moh. Kam, krodh, mad, lobh, moh. So all of these five, so here they are like anger, The desire will create anger, resentment, and what it will do further for you? It will make you weak. When you're resentful, when you're angry, you're not at peace, and obviously the work you will do will not be 100%. You might not complete the work, or even if you do it, it is like lower quality. It will never be something that can be accredited to you. When a mother is cooking and she's angry with somebody, or maybe she's angry that I have to do the cooking all the time, even if she has cooked, but her anger, her resentment eventually will start showing up into the health of the children or husband, like whomsoever, it will start showing up into the relationship. She will be angry, resentful, and that would be just slowly poisoning the children or poisoning the husband. So if you have taken up something, so that is what Geeta is saying. If you have decided to, and you have taken up the responsibility, others say, I cannot do it. I will not make anything. Figure it out. Order, do whatever. It is better than doing it and being resentful about it. So Parth, go ahead. Once you have decided that you want to be the part of this war, go ahead and take up your Gandhi. He's still crying. He understood the Gyan. He said, you have to be focused. You have to not get into any of these problems. Still you are, it's like, I do not get it. I'm still confused. Again, it was like, do your job. Karmanye vadikaraste ma phaleshu kadachanam. Do not worry about the result. So he was just started like, I do not know, even if I do this war, I fight with them, they die. I do not know if they will win or I will win. It's like, why do you worry about who will win or who will lose? Just do your best. Focus and do your best. The human body is given to you to accomplish something. And once you have chosen the trait or chosen your path, then you have to stick with it. You are a warrior. The war is forced upon you or consented by the two parties. You have prepared so much. There's like lakhs of people in the army on both the sides. Now you cannot go back. You are already on the stage and you need to perform. It is something like that. Lots of people get stage fear. They get onto the stage and they cannot speak. What are they there for? To speak, but they cannot. The fear grips them. What people say. Maybe they'll laugh. Maybe I do not have a lot of good material. They start doubting themselves. And that self-doubt, maybe I'm not prepared enough. Maybe I might forget things. And that self-doubt. If you're on the stage, can you afford to not perform? If you do not perform, what will happen? It is there for everything. Every job you have picked up in your life, from morning to evening, whatever you're doing, whatever action you're taking, is it towards what you want to be? If you're doing exercise, if the goal is to be healthy, are you doing it fully? Are you into it? Every single thing that we are talking over here is all about that soul is supreme. Soul is directing your life towards what you are here in this life to accomplish. You are giving opportunities. The people who are crossing your paths are there to trigger all those weaknesses that you have, and all these teachings has to be applied. So Krishna again said that you have to become a yogi. What is yogi? Yogi means one who is connected. One who is connected. Yog matlab jod. Connected. Connected with what? Yogi means किससे connection है? What it is connected with? Yoga is the connection of your body, mind and soul. When you're, whatever action you have decided to perform, and then the action is ready, the body is ready to perform, your mind has to give it right direction. It has to be aligned. It cannot go here, there, right? Once the mind is in center, how the mind will be in center? When thus it is connected to the soul. There is no ego. Means what? What does it mean? That you are unaffected by the pleasure or pain. You are unaffected by sorrow or happiness. You are unaffected by you win or lose. You do not lose your center. Whatever happens, you remain in peace. Karmanyavadhikaraste ma phaleshu kadachanam. You are not going to crib over what was the result. And it can only happen when you are in your center. So, everything combined together. So, now what do we do? Again, Arjuna asks, how these things emanates, how the krodh, kam, krodh, mad, lobh, why does it happen even? Why it is made? Why people get into the grip of this? Why I am getting into the grip of attachments? Why I am getting into all of this? Okay, so I'm calm. So desire. Calm is desire. Krodh is anger. Mad is addiction. If I am doing this every day, I should be doing it every day, right? Addiction. Lobh is greed. And moh is attachment. So, desire, anger, addiction, attachment, greed. Okay, so these 5 things can vitiate your mind very easily. When you're angry, you will not be able to take right decisions. When you're in greed, you will not be able to, maybe I do this, this person will do this for me. So always, always, always stay by your principles. Do not vitiate because of greed. Do not vitiate because of what other people say or what other people will do. If you feel that if I do something and that will help to fulfill my desire, even if it is against my principle, what it is going to do for you? Not good. The results are never ever going to be bad. So I have always told all of you that learn to say no. It's very important. If you're not up to it, if you're not ready, if you're not feeling well, just explain it very politely that I'm not feeling well today, I will not cook, or I'm not feeling well, I cannot go to this place. Instead of making a bad face or feeling resentful, still doing it and not being happy there. And if you decide that, okay, to help this person. If this person wants me to go somewhere, say my spouse wants me to go somewhere, I am not comfortable going over there, but either I have to say, see, I cannot come, I'm really sorry, I couldn't come. But if he insists, then what I should be doing? If at all I decide to go, I have to really find my center and make sure that I will not get affected by pleasure or pain. I will not get affected by what is happening there. I have to remain in my center. If I have taken the decision, then I have to abide by it. If you have decided to play the game, then you have to play it. And you have to play it well. So again, Arjuna asked why this happens. So then he talked about 3 guns that I have talked about it before too, that there's 3 kinds of gunas, means 3 qualities: Satgun, Rajogun and Tamogun. Satgun, Sattva means pure. Rajogun is more like power, somebody who's hungry of power. And Tamo is like somebody who is more into sadness and despair. So depending upon which state you are in, if you are really into power, I need to win, I have to get the power, I need to snatch the kingdom from them, then what will happen? The desire has started, and then when the desire, sometimes when they will be losing the battle, or they would be going 1+, you will start getting angry. Once you start getting angry, what happens? Then you will forget all the good things you have learned and you will go back to your old habits. The smashing, doing things, unruly things. And then the desire gets bigger, and now the greed. Let's try something different. And there are chances that you might be doing something immoral at that time. Because now you are so fixated that I need to get this, that you might do something wrong. You might not play by the rule. You might cheat. And that would create the pattern, the attachments. And now every time you'll play, the moment you'll start losing, you will start playing immoral. So everywhere this applies, all over the world and every circumstances, these principles do apply. So what we need to keep a check on, the moment you start going spirally down, you have to check which of your desire is not getting fulfilled, and immediately come to the center. What this particular desire means to me. Am I doing my dharma by doing this desire? Or am I just being greedy? Or I'm just being irrational? The moment that is what we also talked about this when we were doing Yoga Vashishta, that we have to learn to do self-inquiry. We have to be in control. Right? So all these teachings, this is the teaching coming from Vedas. So these Vedas, and then after that, every teaching has the ingredient, and Gita is basically a concise Veda, where all the teachings have been provided and given to each one of us, right? So I will just summarize it for all of you. For what it means to us, we are not going to go and fight the war. But the lesson that we learned from this whole episode is that if we have decided to do something, we have to go all out. At that time, who's the opponent? If you're playing a game and the opponent is your daughter or your sister or your brother or somebody, at that time just play your game. You might make that person win because, okay, I'm not talking about if there's like too much of disparity, like you are 20 and the person you're playing with is 2-year-old, so then it's not a good. But when you are in a game, proper game, right? Two sisters, Serena Williams, and we know the two sisters when they play, they play the game. They do not, I do not know about their mentality, but when the two sisters are playing, at that time, the only thing should win is the game, not the person. If we get fixated in those kind of things, that when we are doing something, then we don't have to worry about that this person should win, or that I should please this person, or I should, because this is a principal of the school and I'm the teacher, so I should be doing things because I will be pleasing that person. And like those kind of things does not lead you to any good. Every time you do something to please people unnecessarily, you will lose a part of your soul. You definitely know that this is not something you want to do, but still you do it, you lose another part of your soul. These are the places, that's how the toxins, the blockages, the patterns are created. And at the end, the soul is supreme. So why we have to remain in sattva, in cleanliness? Because we can never forget that birth, youth, child, and then old age, death. It is inevitable. The change is inevitable. We have to go through these phases, and we will die one day. We will take rebirth wherever in the whole universe, in any dimension, and it will be dependent upon how we have led this life. Even small guilt will give you the punishment. And how you'll get punished? By getting physical pain, emotional pain, financial pain, any kind of pain. And again, after suffering all this pain, you will be brought in front of somebody who will be able to help you. With what? Understanding of the spirituality. And then you will be able to come out of it. So you have learned these lessons multiple times even before, but could not implement it. And it is for all of us that we could not implement those lessons, and that is why we are here again, that these lessons are getting reiterated to you. Just do your job. Anything, I have told you, all of you, and including myself, like money is the byproduct. Name, fame, everything is a byproduct of a good work. Yeah, there will be people in our lives who will try to sabotage, people who will try to play negative. But in that case also, we have to remain in our center. Do not lose it. The moment we get angry, we lose it. So center yourself. And what should be my next move? The moment we have decided that what should be our next move, just do it. People who are most successful these days, be it a cricketer, be it a singer, what exactly they do? Is a cricketer singing every day or practicing cricket every day? Whatever job you're doing, like if you're a doctor, if you're an engineer, if you're a businessman, whatever job you're doing, being mother, housewife, whosoever it is, the more they're involved in whatever their responsibilities they've taken, whether it's 2 responsibilities or 5 responsibilities, first they should be taking what they can do, and secondly, do it wholeheartedly. So the lesson for today is get engaged in what you can do and do it wholeheartedly. Do not lose your center. Do not get worried about what would be the result. It may be the way you want it, it may be the way you don't want it, but you need to know that what you did was your best. So we'll stop today and pray to Lord Krishna. Om Namo Narayana. Om Namo Narayana. Also, we will be praying to Lord Hanuman. Hanumanji was there on their chariot. Sarve bhavantu sukhinah, sarve santu niramayah, sarve bhadrani pashyantu ma kasyat dukha bhag bhave. Om lokah samastah sukhinah bhavantu. May all be happy, may all be blessed. Namah Shivaya. Sadguru.
आज दो सेशन में मैंने हमारे मन में वो डिसीजन आया है कि हम प्रॉब्लम को फेस कर सकते, प्रॉब्लम को फेस करो, प्रॉब्लम को, वो जो साहस मेरे अंदर आया है, ये बड़ा बदलाव मेरे अंदर आया है। थैंक यू सो मच मैम।
थैंक यू सो मच कि अगर आप लोग बात करते हो ना, क्योंकि मार्गदर्शन के लिए क्वेश्चन पूछना पड़ता है ना, तो जब आप सही क्वेश्चन पूछते हो तो आपको सही जवाब मिल जाता है ना।
तो हमने सरेंडर कर दिया है सब कृष्ण के ऊपर। थैंक यू मैम। नमः शिवाय।
नमः शिवाय। बहुत अच्छी बात है, मुझे इतनी खुशी हुई है सुनकर के श्रावणी कि सरेंडर अगर हम कर सके, है ना, उससे बड़ी बात आप लोग सबके लिए होगा कि वॉट एवर यू हैव लर्न टुडे, आर यू एबल टू अप्लाई इट, क्योंकि टेस्ट तो आना ही है, टेस्ट विल कम। जो भी सिचुएशन, वॉट एवर सिचुएशन वी आर इन टुडे, वी हैव क्रिएटेड इट, वी हैव ब्रॉट अस टू दिस सिचुएशन। अभी कहाँ भागेंगे? That's something we have created, we have to finish it. सर्कल को कंप्लीट करना होगा। एनीथिंग वी स्टार्ट वी हैव टू गो ऑल द वे टू द एंड। क्लोजर तो करना ही पड़ेगा।
यस मैम। थैंक यू मैम।
यू आर वेरी वेलकम।